Okay, everybody, welcome, welcome. I am so excited. Thank you for tuning in. We are so excited to be hosting this tonight. And we just want to welcome you to Hope Through the Holidays. My name is Brittany Hall.
I'm Ryan Hall.
And yes, this is my husband, Ryan. And we wanted to do this tonight for you to share some really powerful stories of transformation. You're going to hear three very different stories, which they have some common threads, but our speakers tonight, they have very different stories and places that they were at in their life when they decided to make a change. And so we cannot wait for you to hear from them. But first, we just wanted to tell you a little bit about us. Who are your hosts? Who are these people up here talking to you tonight? So like I said, my name is Brittany, and I have a fitness background. I have my degree in human biology, and I'm a personal trainer and a director of a gym. So if that tells you anything, really it's just that I was working out a lot. And let me just share my screen really quick to show this to you. Here we go. Okay, so like I said, welcome. And there is me on the left there, and that was after I had my daughter Ava, our firstborn, and that was at the heaviest I had ever been. And like I said, you guys, I have a fitness background. I was working out all the time, very consistently, and I had the idea that you really needed to work out and work harder to lose weight. And so I don't know if any of you have felt that way in your life, but that is really what was my mentality. And everything changed, as you can see in the next picture. Once I dialed back my fitness and learned how to fuel my body correctly, a lot changed. And so I'm going to turn it over to Ryan, because as you can see, the physical health really was something that happened for us, but there was so many other awesome transformation in our life.
So I don't really have a physical transformation. I jumped on program, lost about 11 pounds. But the transformation that's huge for me is we put this graphic up here that says you are being presented with two choices, evolve or repeat. And we both really like that because it's simple, but it's really powerful. And so we didn't even know we wanted to make a change. We thought we were doing pretty good. We were, building our new house, and we were like, yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Life is good.
Yeah, life is good.
Yeah.
And Brittany started this program, and then it kind of allowed us to see that there could be a better way, an improved way, just a way to improve what we were really already feeling pretty good about.
Yeah.
And so right now it's a super good time because it's the end of the year, it's the end of a decade, and we're all just encouraging everybody to not repeat what we've done the last decade and evolve into the new best version of yourself for you and for your family.
I love that. Yeah. So that's really what tonight is about. It's just encouraging you, giving you a peek into what we really do, what we're all about. And so I don't think I said this, but I want to tell each of you, the person who invited you here tonight, thank them, because they care so much about you. And that is why they invited you to be on tonight, is because they really care about you. So let me bring up our very first speaker. So Amanda is going to share. And Amanda, I just unmuted you. So are you live with us?
I am. How are you guys tonight?
Hi, doing so good. So excited for you guys to hear from her. So I'm going to pull up her transformation just so you can see the change that she has made. So there is Amanda. And you know what, Amanda, I just want to turn it over to you. You have the floor. Share your story with us.
Great. Thank you, Brittany and Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here tonight and be able to share my story of transformation. And I'm just going to kind of take you back to where I was when I started, physically and mentally, and my whole journey in the last year. So when I decided, 10 years ago, we decided to start a family. And when we started, I was diagnosed with PCOS, which with PCOS, you produce way too much insulin. So it makes it harder to lose weight. I was gaining weight like crazy. So I was on multiple diets. So you name it, I probably have done it and failed over and over and over again. And just could not find something that I could really stick with, and that I saw something, that would carry me the rest of my life, that I could stay with. So I would lose some weight, obviously, but then again back and plus more. So After my third baby, I was diagnosed with postpartum depression, and anxiety. Sorry. This was really, really tough for our whole family. I couldn't even drive my kids to school. We live not even a half a mile. I was scared something's gonna be just happen to us. I was a time not a good mom. Anyways, so in this time, I started watching a really good friend of mine, and now Coach Alicia, and I watched her for a long time, and she was just kind of melting away. She was doing amazing, sticking to it, and she was so happy. So I never really 100% really like reached out to her too much. I would mess her. I knew about Optavia, so I messaged her, hey, are you doing Optavia? She'd respond back, yeah. And then I'd wait a while. Then I again would reach out again and ask another question. I did this probably almost a year and never really said much, just ask questions. And then her was here in town in Kalispell, and we decided to all meet up for, and again, questions, and we left that lunch. I kind of talked to my husband a little bit about it. I always just thought that it wasn't going to be doable. It was too expensive for me. We couldn't afford it. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Just too much. We talked about it a little bit, and I was like, it's not going to be doable. Not going to do it. And probably a few days later, maybe a week, I text Alicia and said, you know what? I've had enough. I'm tired of feeling like crap. I'm tired of being unhappy and miserable with myself. So just sign me up. Just do it. I was scared shitless. Sorry for language. I really thought my husband was going to be very upset because I just spent this money and on yet another, which come find he was not really happy. He was yet. It's just another thing. So I told Alicia, I'm going to just try it for a month. We'll see what happens. It's probably nothing I'm going to stick with. Come to find out, we actually stayed because we were eating out probably 3 to 4 times a week. And it wasn't the quick fast food dollar menu McDonald's. It was Dave's, Buffalo Wild Wings, every sit-down restaurant you can think of. But I was ready for that change. And so it was in December when I ordered because I wanted to wait for the holidays. The new year, my birthday is the beginning of the year, and I was like, you know what? I want to wait. I want to enjoy my last dessert before I have to give up everything. I didn't get my last dessert, by the way. So I started January 4th, and now 11 months later, I'm down officially 100 pounds, 69 and a half inches. I still look in the mirror and believe it's me. I always constantly have to double check. Are you sure? Like, what happened? But I've gained so much more than just losing the weight. Sorry, I've got notes. You know, I feel like I just better as a mom. I feel like I have more patience with kids. I show up as a wife, as my husband, he, got a new wife and didn't have to go through a divorce because our marriage was in a rough time. It was a struggle. So not only, I just gained confidence, a new life all around. I love myself now. I found amazing community of friends, new friends, and support just a phone call away. I do more things. We go out on date nights more. We friends more. Our family's constantly going. We're just busy. And I think I owe it to the program because I just 100% feel like because I was able to change my outlook on myself has changed my outlook on life. And we have goals. We dreamed, and dreaming was just a dream. It was dreams that they're never going to happen. It's just a dream. It's nice to think. We've got dreams, and now we're doing it. we have dreamed of building a dream home. Well, we did it. We got land. We just got everything set up. So we'll build ground this spring. So we just things are coming together, and it's all because of our attitude have changed in life. And the only regret that I really truly have was I didn't start the program earlier, that I waited through the holidays. So much could have happened in that 1 month time, 4 weeks. Things could have been totally different. Why wait for the there? There's no reason to. All we need is tomorrow or today, the next meal. If you're ready to make that change, make it. You'll see wonderful results, whether it's weight loss, and it's doable. You can do it. If I can, you can. Anyways, thank you, Brittany, again for asking me to step out of my comfort zone and share my story. And I appreciate all the support. Back.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amanda. That was amazing. And you know what? I think it's funny because when we tear up about something so many times, we go, sorry, but you know what? That was just Amanda's heart. And really, you know, that time for you was painful. And we all have those times in our life where we're struggling. And you know what is you reached out and you asked somebody for help that you saw was doing something that you wanted. And I think that that's one of the biggest things is that when we are truly seeking something in our life, we have to find somebody who's done it and reach out to them for help. And so I just thank you so much for sharing. That was amazing. All right, you guys, we're going to move on. I'm going to have my husband introduce our next speaker because he has known him for a long time.
A few years. So Seth and I met, I think, in the first grade, and we've been friends ever since, and that was at least a decade ago. So I want to bring Seth on. He reached out to me and decided he wanted to make a change in his life, and his story is amazing. So
yeah. All right, Seth, I unmuted Seth. You, buddy. So come on. Hey.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, we've known each other for a minute. Right? 6th grade on the bus.
Yeah.
At least a decade minimum. So I wanted to say your story is like fantastic. It's amazing, truly inspiring, and it helps me, because back every now and then, lose a little bit of inspiration, I guess, just life, it happens. But I look at you and your transformation, and it is phenomenal and truly inspirational. So, and I love your heart. It's just awesome. But so anyways, back to getting on the program. So I saw Ryan, a few posts. I was about 6 months into a pretty nasty divorce and a custody battle. And I saw Ryan posting just positive stuff. And I had a lot of trust with Ryan. I've known him, since we were 6. And I'm not going to say how long ago that was. But, I saw it and I was interested and I watched. But I'm kind of a skeptical person. I had tried other weight loss stuff before. And nothing really ever worked. And I think it could be because my mindset about it, I was looking at it as like a diet. Way, I had so much anxiety and stress about my weight, and I wasn't real happy at all with myself. So anyways, I got on like a week after reaching out, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So I reached out, talked to Ryan, no BS, give him straight shoot, tell me what's happening. So I thought about it for a week. And then I started on my birthday, and it was right in the middle of, a whole bunch of reasons not to start. I was paying for 2 households through the divorce, the custody battle, a lot of court, a lot of stuff going on. There wasn't any time, I'm working, I'm going to court, I'm fighting for my kids, But it was a huge reason why I knew that I needed to do it for my kids. You know, it was, they needed me as good as I could be. And I wasn't at the time. I just wasn't, period. So I started on my birthday, April 5th. It was like getting reborn, you know. So about a week into it, I had lost 11 pounds. And from that point on, it was like one less thing to worry about, you know. I'm going to lose weight. This effing works. Sorry. And it was one less thing that I have to worry about, you know. It was like, okay, I can focus on being the best I can for my kids and getting full custody of my sons, to get them out of a really not good situation. And I owe a lot of the outcome of me receiving full custody of my boys and being able to make sure that they're safe and healthy and happy and cared for and their needs are met constantly. I owe a lot of that to being on program, just because of how much better I felt, you know, just the change, the confidence, every single little non-scale victory that you find, turning down those sweet foods, you know, and you're telling yourself, hey, I'm strong. I got this. I just did that. Why can't I do this? And then you do that and you're like, holy cow, I'm doing this. Well, let's see if I can do this. How can I make this better? You know, and so my mindset really changed. And it turned into like, Seth, what else can you do? What else can you make better? Keep changing. Keep progressing. Keep being the best you can possibly be every day and continue to grow. You know, so the mindset is just amazing. Just amazing. The changes, the confidence, the successes you have that really reinforce to yourself, like, I've got this, you know? So the program has been huge for me that way. The community is amazing. You meet so many great people that have stories like Amanda's, you know, and Chris and Yvonne coming up later, you know. It's just like so many great people out there that have been through similar things, you know, that you can really count on, you can reach out to, you see their success and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And you want to do nothing other than share it with as many people as you can, because I want everybody, absolutely everybody who's ever struggled like I have, to feel as amazing as they can, you know. And I know that, you know, it might not be weight loss you're looking for. It might not be, you know, anything other than you're looking for that community that learn how to eat healthy, because maybe your habits are not the way they should be and you just want to be healthier. You don't have to be on this program to lose weight. There's so many different programs that you can get on. It just teaches you healthy habits that you can create for lifelong transformations. That gives you get mental clarity, your life book. You know, I'm going through that. It's such an amazing tool. And it's something that I think the program is really about. You know, it's like the meal plan's the meal plan, but the life book, that's what's going to change you. That's what's going to guide you through like lifelong transformations, and it'll create the legacy for your children, you know, in the future, their children, teaching your family healthy habits, you know, and I love that. So
I love that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all good.
Did you want to add anything
good.
else? It's just awesome.
The whole time I was
No.
like, so good, so good.
Well, you
No.
know what I love? I love that Seth hit on was this is not a diet. I think so many of us on this call tonight could probably say, you know what? I started this as a diet. And you know what? I was one of those people. And then very quickly, you see your life transform. Like these two have said, with your mindset, you just get really clear and you realize that you can create your dreams instead of just wishing for things to happen. And Seth, I love how you said, I had every reason not to get started. And so how many of us have excuses, right? I'm sure each and every single person on here could come up with every excuse in the book of why it's not a convenient time to start something new, right? I'm busy. My kids are in sports. Oh, it's Christmas time. Finances are tight. Well, you know, I work a lot. I can't do this with my job. You know, I mean, we hear it all, and I'm sure we've all said those things at some point or another, but you know what matters is that you say, I'm ready for better. I'm ready for great. Give up the good for great. And then, you know, your entire life can change. So you heard from Amanda, who's a mama of 3. You heard from Seth, who is a single dad of 2 awesome boys who was going through just a really hard time of his life when he found this. And so now we are going to bring on our final speakers. So Chris and Yvonne are some clients that we help, Scott and Katie, and these two have the biggest hearts to serve people. And I'm going to just share my screen. So you guys are unmuted. You can go ahead and just start sharing with us your story. It's so powerful. And you guys have created so much in such a short amount of time. So the floor is yours.
Well, hi, everyone. My name is Chris Robertson, and this is my wife, Dawn Robertson. And I, like many of you, really enjoy pie and cake and cookies and all of those wonderful things. But my relationship with food was on the wrong path. And so, you know, like many of you, we tried a lot of different ideas. We didn't do a lot of diets or anything, but we did some just eating healthy. I had a bunch of books, and so we had a bunch of head knowledge.
Yeah, we knew what we needed to do to lose weight.
Yeah, but
we just didn't do it.
Yeah, we weren't successful at it at all. I mean, we would lose from time to time, but then, you know, Wendy's, and so we would just fall off, or time. We had kids and just out and about, and or we're tired, and so it's just easier to whip something up, or, you know, cook a pizza or something. And so we tried changing our habits over the years and just really realized we weren't doing it on our own.
We were lacking the accountability.
Yeah.
And just the willpower on our own. And I think that's really true of most people now. And so that's one of the pluses to this program.
Yeah.
I'll let you start.
So
sharing.
I finally went to the doctor, and they put me on the scale, and I'm like, could we skip this part? And they said no. And I saw the weight I'd ever seen in my life. And so I was at 303, and I said, enough is enough. I have to do something. And so I had been Facebook stalking Katie and Scott for like, I don't know, a year and a half, something like that. Like, they had no idea. We'd been friends for a while, but I said nothing. I did nothing. I just watched, and I was convinced that they were going to get fat, you know, and
was waiting for them to fail.
I was waiting for them to fail.
Yep.
And I thought, they're going to do it. It's inevitable. They'll stop posting, and we'll find out they just gained all the weight back, and that's just normal. So, but they weren't. They instead were getting healthier and healthier. And so I reached out to them secretly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me.
No, I didn't tell her because I knew she would say no, because it was a program, right? And so it was, and you know, Seth said that he's pretty skeptical. I mean, we're talking queen of skeptics right here when it comes to this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so Katie and I had to come up with kind of a plan on how we were going to get a yes out of them. And so I contacted a friend of mine, Joel, who's kind of a nutrition geek, and he's in our church. We're pastors, by the way, at a church in South Salem, and And so I contacted him and I said, Joel, could you look at this program? Does it look like a program to you? Does it look good?
Look legit.
And
Yeah.
he looked it upside down, inside out, turned it all around and said, yeah, it looks like it's a rapid fat loss program where a majority of the administration is already done for you. And so I said, awesome. And so I went to Yvonne saying, hey, Yvonne, what do you think about this program idea? And what was your first response?
No.
Yeah.
No way.
And so then I said, well, I showed it to Joel, and Joel looked it up and down and inside out, that it's all natural and that it's awesome and that it's a rapid fat loss program. So I said to Katie and Scott, hey, would you send me a video link of other pastors who have done the program? And we're like, yeah, we have a lot. And so I started these links of videos of other pastors and their wives doing this program, and that got her going.
So let me step
Direction.
in.
Yeah.
I had concepts, ideas, why I said no, and some of them were skepticism that it wasn't legit. Some of them were I knew what I was doing wrong. I already had guilt and shame around that, and I really didn't want to hear about it from somebody who had it all together. And that was my problem.
Yeah.
And then I was about the idea of being a part of a program. What would that look like, and what does that mean, and how would people do us? And so when he sent these videos, I think something that came through really well was the heart behind people that are sharing this program and that have created this program. And I was able to see that it really aligned with our beliefs and our thoughts and the way that we do ministry, and it would just be an extension of what we already do.
Yeah. And
so that led into coaching.
So I was texting Scott and Katie and saying, it looks like it's going in a positive direction.
She's warming up.
She's warmed the idea. And so we were back and forth. And finally, she, after a whole night of research and information videos and stuff, she ended up, yeah, let's do it. Let's get you on the program. So we did the program, and immediately I knew the only way I'm going to be able to be successful at this is if I'm also a coach, because it's got to be public. It has to be in front of people. I have to be helping people. It can't just be something to where it's just me and Yvonne doing this alone. Right. And so
let's be real, financially, it was helpful as well for him to go into it that way.
Right.
And so that was something we needed to do.
So we set out with a goal of meeting in August, and with her starting at the beginning of the year, thinking it would take about that long in order to get it to make it so that we're not paying for us, kind of a thing. Yeah. And it ended up that I started in August and you started in middle of October. And by the middle of October, I was leaving the country. I wanted to be 50 pounds lighter from August to October, and I made it. And so I boarded an airplane to Africa, lighter, which my neighbor next to me really appreciated, I'm sure. And I did as well. For any of us, who've been overweight, we know what it's like being on a plane in coach, and it's uncomfortable. So we're in the middle of our journey. We're not finished. And just as we should always be in the middle of our journey, right? But I have about 28 pounds more to go. I've lost 77 pounds since August, and with a goal of getting to 200 pounds instead of the 300 pounds.
100-pound weight loss, right?
Yeah, 100-pound weight loss. Yeah.
And I've lost 25 since the middle of October, so we're over 100 pounds together, which is awesome.
So we just have 50 more to go between the two of us and get to our goal weight. And so, this accountability has been huge. The friendships that we've been building have been really great. The opportunities that we've had to get to know Scott and Katie more, and Brittany and Ryan, and just watch you going through this journey and doing it together has been really exciting. So just encourage any of you who if you're dating because you're thinking I'll do it at the beginning of the year, or if you're waiting because you're like,
I was that lady.
Yeah, or I don't want to do this through Christmas. We just went through Thanksgiving, and it was really pretty simple, and we're excited to fat burn in the middle of Christmas celebration. So
I think that it's been hit on before, but they address your mindset in the program, and they address your choices, and these are long-term solutions. And so I think doing that life book and studying the habits of health is what causes us to have just the mental shift that's required for us to be successful and enjoy life without terrible food.
Yeah. So anyway, our mindset is shifting. I actually crave cucumbers, which I always hated
So
in my
weird.
life, and so pretty awesome. So, and I drive by Wendy's now,
Yeah.
and I don't even give it a second thought. That's pretty awesome. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you guys. That was amazing.
I hadn't heard that story before. That's awesome. I like that. So funny.
Oh, awesome. So thank you so much for sharing, both of you. And to all of our speakers tonight, you know, you guys took time out of your night to pour into everybody who decided to get on here with us. And so we're so thankful for each and every one of you. So if you are brand new to this and you're like, what are these people talking about? I'm just going to give you a really quick little slide, a snippet telling you why, you know, this isn't just another diet. This isn't just another food system. What makes us different though? Because that's important to realize. So here is the components of our program. Of course, we have a fuel plan. That's over there on the far right corner. You know, we have a scientific nutritional plan. That's why it works for every single person who follows it. It's because it's science. We have over on the top left representing, you get a free health coach. You don't have to pay for your coach. The only thing you pay for is how you fuel your body, which, hey, who doesn't? Do you buy food? We all buy food, right? So we're already paying for that. So hello. And so you get a free health coach, somebody who's going to guide you through the process, who's going to walk hip to hip with you. They're not going to be your food police, but they're going to say, hey, what do you want? I'm going to go help you get it. Who doesn't need a person like that in your life, right? I still talk to my health coach all the time. Actually, I talked to her right before this Zoom today. And I was like, hey, and she's on this call because we are always in support of each other. And then we have, you see those books down there and the phone with the little app. We have the Dr. A's Habits of Health book and the Life book. This is a journal that, like Seth hit so beautifully on this. This is the piece that is going to help you keep your weight off, because like all the speakers said tonight, this is tapping into your mindset. This is going to walk you through step by step through your weight loss journey into that optimal living place where you're at a healthy weight, you're maintaining it, you're being, you know, physically active and just living a really vibrant, awesome life. And then last but not least, our community. Our community is probably the component that I did not understand when I first became a client. I think I literally said, that sounds stupid. Mm-hmm. And you know what? That has been my very favorite part of this program, is getting to meet all of the amazing people that we have been in contact with. We have had the privilege, and through all the coaches on our team, helping about 1,200 people in the last couple of years. And that has been exciting, but it has been a complete honor. And so I just want to encourage you, if you're somebody who's just taken a peek and you're dipping your toe in the water on the Zoom tonight to just see, you know, what is this all about? Who are these crazy, energetic people running around sharing health? Well, you know what? I say partner with us, because your entire life will change. You know, we love what we get to do. And so if you're like, I need more information, I want to see what would be the best for me, then reach out to the person who invited you, and they would be more than happy to set up a time to talk. We're not salespeople. We're not going to try to close you on a deal, but we are definitely going to find out what you're looking for, because that's what matters, is what you want in your life. So, you know, we just want to thank you for getting on here with us tonight and listening. And we hope you have a really safe and happy holidays. And we hope we get to meet each and every one of you someday, and just get to share this awesome gift with you. So thank you to our speakers, and we hope you all have a really great night. Thank you.